2, 1.
Happy Friday. We made it.
Yes, we have made it to the end of another work week for some of us.
Why
Are you
some?
working this weekend?
I am.
Okay, see, there you go. That's what I thought. I worked last Sunday, so it's been a really long week for me. But yeah, the
It's
end
about
of the
to be a
work
long
week.
week for me.
Yeah, end of the work week for a little bit of us. But welcome to KSAT News Now. This is your bite-sized streaming newscast that we stream every weekday at 11 a.m. And we also have the Daily Pod, which is uploaded every day by producer Alyssa. She does so much more than just that. But yeah, she's the one who hooks us up with the podcast. So hit us with that like, rate, and subscribe button.
Yeah, you can catch up on all the news while you're getting ready. All right, so this morning, so many sharing memories of the iconic Jacala Mexican restaurant. Of course, that burned down yesterday, so we're going to have the latest as that fire ripped through that restaurant. Share your memories with us this morning.
Yeah, definitely would want to hear from you guys on Facebook Live, and we'll try and read some of those comments. Plus, very interesting here story developments here with American basketball player Brittney Griner. She remains in Russian custody, and now she may not be getting out anytime soon.
Plus, we're also talking about San Antonio being the home of a new women's World Wrestling Champion. For now, we'll get into that in just a bit.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool video and story that we have been following over the past couple of hours here. But first, Alicia, of course, we're going to start with the latest on this horrible bus crash in West Texas that involved a local teenager.
So we've learned more information in the West Texas crash that left 9 people dead. The person driving that Dodge pickup truck that veered onto oncoming traffic was a 13-year-old boy.
Absolutely.
So that is shocking to just even hear that age, 13 years old behind the wheel.
When officials announced that, I mean, that was, the biggest shock of this just horrible situation. So according to the National Transportation Safety Board's Vice Chairman, Bruce Landsberg, the truck's left front tire, which was a spare tire, blew out before impact. Authorities are focused on why that 13-year-old boy was behind the wheel to begin with.
So in Texas, you can start taking classroom courses for a learner's license at 14 years old. It's at 15 that you can actually get a provisional license to drive, but you have to be with an instructor or licensed adult in the vehicle. Unfortunately, in that area or rural areas in general, it's not unusual for young teens to drive. So maybe in that area, the 13-year-old, it's pretty common to see that. But in this case, I mean, 9 fatalities. This is horrible.
And 6 of those right there were part of a university golf team, the University of Southwest in New Mexico, and also their coach was also killed in that crash. So locally here, and this is why this is hitting very close to home, a Pleasanton alum, his name is Travis Garcia, is among the individuals that was killed. Investigators say most passengers in that van were not wearing their seatbelts.
We spoke to Travis's former golf coach and one of his best friends who were, of course, heartbroken when they heard the news.
When I got the news, that's what it felt like. It felt like I lost a member of my own family. I lost my own child, and losing part of my family, it just hit me very hard, very, very sad.
He always saw the good in people, and that's what I kind of try to take away from all this. And he's a really positive person, never angry, never frustrated with anyone. So that's kind of what I try to take on.
The 13-year-old driver remains unidentified. He was driving with someone else. His passenger, a 38-year-old man, also died in this crash.
And there are both 2 survivors, both students, and they remain hospitalized. I did this story yesterday out there in Pleasanton, and as we mentioned there, I mean, that whole community is absolutely just devastated, heartbroken. We were out at the golf course that Travis played at day and night. They said that he was a perfectionist, and he actually led the Pleasanton Eagles to the state tournament last year, the first time that school had ever gone that far in state golf tournament. And pretty much to tears, all those people that really knew him pretty well.
Yeah, so clearly he meant a lot to the community in Pleasanton. And I mean, just overall, this story is heartbreaking. You have that 13-year-old, the passenger who was with him. It's interesting to see that so I was reading up more on this with the investigators, and the only way they were even able to identify the driver of that Dodge pickup truck was because of the size of his body. So again, that's why it's still taking some time to identify, with this letting know next of kin, so possibly parents, what was the relationship between him and that man that was sitting in his passenger seat. all of that details that we're still waiting to learn this morning.
Yeah, very sad all the way around. Another very sad story for people here. A lot of the community feeling the loss of a San Antonio staple this morning. Flames completely destroyed Hakala Mexican restaurant yesterday morning. The restaurant opened back in 1949. Some of the employees working there had been there for 68 years, Alicia.
Yeah, so this is a restaurant where a lot of people of notoriety would go, families would go celebrate graduations, birthdays. So it is definitely a sad loss. According to the San Antonio Fire Department, crews initially found a small fire inside the building. However, as firefighters began to check for hot spots in the attic, they soon noticed flames shooting through the roof, and unfortunately, we've just seen the damage, a complete loss.
Absolutely, yes. This fire left that building gutted, and this place means a lot to San Antonio. The community is already coming together to help. This is great news here. La Fogata restaurant offered jobs to employees from Hakala. The restaurant employed 50 people. Alamo Cafe has also showed interest after seeing our reporter Jesse Degollada's story yesterday evening.
So according to the San Antonio Fire Department, the building may have to be torn down. Cynthia Lambert, she's one of Hakala's co-owners. She says, of course, it's still too soon to say what will happen to her family's restaurant going forward.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of feedback on this. I know we posted on social media yesterday. We posted this on Facebook. People just asking to share their memories. A lot of people saying there that, great food there. Good luck to all those affected. Talking about the puffy tacos there, the delicious enchilada plates, said that it was also very family oriented as well. So they're saying that they hope that they can rebuild that location there. But again, as we were saying, we don't know the future of that place for sure right now. So
in the newsroom, we're talking to Jessie. Again, Jessie's the reporter who covered this story yesterday, and she mentioned that people just outside thinking, hey, what happened to all the pictures that were hanging on the wall, right? Priding themselves on who visited this restaurant. And I wonder if they do have copies.
Yeah, you would hope, because again, that's one of those things where there's so many memories, generations of people that came to visit. I think we also talked about possibly this may have been Governor Abbott's, one of his favorite restaurants here in San Antonio. So, a ton of memories there on the wall, and hopefully, for one, hopefully everyone is safe from that fire, but also, a lot of people sharing their thoughts and opinions on this, obviously.
All right, now to the war in Ukraine. An American was killed during a Russian attack, and his sister says he died while looking for medical treatment for his partner.
That's right. His name is Jim Hill, and his sister posted on Facebook that Hill was waiting in a bread line with several other people when they were gunned down by Russian military forces.
Officials reported that 10 people were killed Wednesday while standing in the bread line in a northern Ukrainian city.
And the U.S. State Department confirmed the death of an American, but they did not identify Hill as that person. Hill would be at least the second U.S. citizen to be killed in that conflict after journalist and filmmaker Brett Renaud died last week.
All right, so again, that confirmation of identity coming from a family member, not yet from authorities.
And apparently Mr. Hill there was sharing some stuff on Facebook as well, just talking about sort of the conditions there, and basically he was indicating that they were pretty much fearing for their lives the entire time that he was there in Ukraine. So again, tough loss there. Condolences to that family.
So we have another story involving an American in Russia. Professional basketball player and Texas native Brittney Griner will be detained in that country for at least 2 more months.
Yeah, very high profile story here. Griner has been in Russian custody since February 17th when she was detained at a Moscow airport after Russian authorities searched her luggage, and they said that they found vape cartridges that allegedly contained hash oil.
The maximum penalty for this charge in Russia is 10 years in jail, but ESPN reports she may be held without trial for up to a year. So this is far from over.
When I read that this morning about them delaying, they said that it was pretty standard that they would delay a case like this, but then they said it could be delayed from a year to 18 months. So you just imagine kind of her family, they're worried about it. Her partner has not said much on social media, just basically thanked people for all the support. I'm sure that they've been advised not to say very much. And you just hope that that Brittney Griner's okay there. She's been playing in Russia, though, professional basketball, for a while now.
And I mean, with what's going on right now, it's understandable that they would be advised, if that's the case, to not speak just because tensions are high.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Thunder Rosa, we've interviewed her before on KSAT
during the
News
holidays.
Now. Yeah, she was doing some stuff for the Salvation Army, and now she's putting San Antonio and its beautiful Mexican-American culture on the map. The pro wrestler took home the All Elite Wrestling Women's World Championship in the steel cage main event this week.
Have you seen the videos of her coming
yes.
out? Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So she was accompanied by the all-female mariachi group, Mariachi Guerrera Quetzalí, who performed Negrita de Mis Pesares. So, I mean, when you hear the beat, you might not know the song, but once you actually like hear the beat, you already know.
Yeah, it's definitely an iconic mariachi song. So Thunder Rosa
won.
also made news again, yes, after she's announcing that she's giving up a different title, the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship.
So she wasn't very, I mean, she didn't give a lot of information on why she's given up that title, but they did post a video on Twitter, and Thunder Rosa said she has, quote, really huge commitments, end quote, coming up. So I wonder what that's going to be all about.
Yeah, definitely. Always busy. She's held that title since August of last year and will officially relinquish it on April 23rd. And I've been seeing some stuff on social media about when she won. So this event was at the Freeman Coliseum. So she did it here in town, and some people saying that she was just overcome with emotions when she finally won that championship the other night. So it's pretty cool. The video is just amazing if people get a chance to see it on Twitter or social media.
Check her out on her social media, Thunder Rosa 22. But I think also not just winning, but she mentioned the fact to have this all-female mariachi group there welcome her, and you could just hear the crowd go wild. I mean, she's a hometown favorite, so
definitely.
Congratulations to her.
Absolutely, yeah. Big congrats to Thunder Rosa again. She was very kind to share her time with us a few months ago when we were talking about things with the Salvation Army. Big contributor there as well. Katie Blake's also a big contributor to Salvation Army and to weather forecast.
I do love me some red kettle stuff around Christmas time. That's one of my favorite things to do, to decorate the kettles. And yeah, I see her mentioned a lot with the Salvation Army, so that's really cool. Yeah, it's casual day, casual Friday.
We could see that.
For me, anyway.
Bright orange.
Tinnies here.
Yeah, you are in the Fiesta spirit.
I have a hot pink polo like this, and I usually only wear them around Fiesta. And every time I pull it out of my closet, I'm like, wow, I forgot how bright this shirt was. But the reason why
looks good.
Kind of fiesta out today is because this evening is actually our first Weather Authority medal giveaway of the year. We're really excited. Yay!
Woo!
I'm gonna get out of the way. I'll come back, I promise. Let me just set you up here so you can get all of the info. So today, Sarah Spivey and I will be out at the Santikos Entertainment Cibolo off of I-35 from about 4 p.m. Until close to 7. So line starts at 4. Medals won't be given out until 6, and we only have a limited quantity, and the medal itself there is on the left-hand side of your screen. Muy caliente. Hopefully the weather won't be too muy caliente once we actually get to Fiesta. We want some nice seasonable weather here. But yeah, Sarah and Spivey and I are really excited to get out there later today and see you. So if you have some open time this afternoon and this evening and you can come visit us to get a Fiesta medal, we would certainly love to see you. Look for the orange shirt. That'll be me. It's been a windy day so far. Winds are out of the north between about 10 and 20 miles per hour. We had a Pacific cold front move through overnight. That just means it's not going to be really cold by this afternoon, but this front brought in some drier air, so we're going to have low humidity today and also into the weekend, especially through Saturday. So it's been a windy day so far, and we're going to keep our wind speeds between about 10 and 20 miles per hour with some higher gusts through early afternoon. As we get into late afternoon, early evening, especially after sunset, winds will really drop down and we'll have light winds overnight, and the wind will not be an issue for you on Saturday. Look at temperatures currently just shy of 60 at the airport. So along with that wind, it has been a little chilly this morning, but with bright sunshine and really dry air, we expect our temperatures to jump into the 70s this afternoon. Look for a high around 75 northern half of Bexar County, some upper 70s down near Stinson, Port SA 79. Forecast overcast high in Pleasanton, 73 Canyon Lake, and 74 in Bandera. So it's going to be really comfortable this afternoon and again on Saturday. So my pick for you this weekend is Saturday, but both days are going to be pretty nice. You'll notice some increasing cloud cover and also a little bit of increasing humidity, especially by later in the day on Sunday, but really no huge complaints this weekend when it comes to the weather. Now things really start to get a bit more messy into Monday. We've been talking about this for a few days. A storm system will be moving across Texas on Monday with the threat of severe weather, especially for central and north Texas, east Texas as well. This will start to bring us chances of showers and even a few rumbles of thunder early Monday, so Monday morning. And this is a dynamic system with a warm front that's going to bring some severe weather to central and east Texas, and then a cold front that eventually will make its way through very late Monday night into Tuesday morning. A line of storms along that front could also affect our area overnight Monday into Tuesday. So we still need a couple more days to really fine tune the severe weather threat. But the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center as of today has actually taken San Antonio, Bexar County out of the highest risk of severe weather for Monday. That's going to be up from Waco over to Tyler into East Texas, even up to the I-20 corridor east of Dallas. And that's where there's the best chance to see some supercell thunderstorms that could produce everything from very large hail to tornadoes. Now, we certainly could have some thunderstorms around San Antonio in our area, but we're not as concerned about organized storms that could produce a lot of damaging weather. Nonetheless, we do expect rain and some storms Monday, with things clearing out into Tuesday. This is a very spring-like forecast here, and that's fitting considering that spring officially begins on Sunday morning at 10:33. So.
All right, let's do it. And real quick, again, Katie, where are you guys going to be at again? Or
Santikos Entertainment,
yes. Okay.
Cibolo,
Yeah.
off of I-35.
It's medal time.
And we will be outside in the front of the theater, so
Okay.
we'll be easy to spot, and it's going to be very comfortable this evening, so come out and join us.
Yeah, good
Easy to
times.
spot with that shirt too.
I know. I was going to say this.
A little highlighter
Like a
walking
walking
around.
orange
A little,
highlighter.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Katie. It's gonna be a good weekend.
It definitely is. And as I mentioned earlier, wanted to share just a few more comments because, again, a lot of people responded to this post we had on Facebook about sharing your memories about Hakala Restaurant. Here's a pretty good one here. It says, this is from Virginia Plessinger. She says, not only was it my late grandparents' favorite place, but we also had my wedding rehearsal dinner there, my brother's graduation dinner, and my mother's citizenship dinner.
Oh, wow.
So very sad to see it go. And then Marie Beale Patton, not Mary Claire Patton, who's one of our digital journalists, she says she's been eating there since before I was born, when my mom was pregnant with me.
Oh. Yeah, a lot. I mean, this place meant so much. And if you just look at the employees, so they employed 50 people, one of them 68 years. He started working there when he was 15 as a busboy, if I do recall correctly.
Yeah.
So again, just a San Antonio staple. Unfortunately, a big loss. The co-owner did mention, it's too soon to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Are they going to reopen, rebuild? Because if that building has to be demolished, then if there are plans to reopen, that's a long road.
Yeah, definitely. So we will continue to follow that. But again, we hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you very much for being with us this week on KSAT News Now, and we will be back here
Monday at 11
Monday.
a.m. Y'all have a good one.